I want to thank everybody for joining me again. And today I want to talk about your higher self and why we should connect with it and how to connect to it. And I'm going to share some of my experience with you with this matter because, I have a unique experience with the way I created a bond with my higher self. I guess you look back at my blog and I put on there a little spiel on meditation, and I talked about how I had a lifelong, what would I call it? Lifelong love of martial arts, and I started doing martial arts at the age of 8, all the way up until now. I still practice. In my early 20s, I became a professional mixed martial artist and a professional Muay Thai kickboxer. And during those times, like from doing martial arts, I've always been into meditation, and getting in the ring to fight is an experience I could never put into words. But every time I stepped in there, it was like I felt then like it was kind of like an outer body experience, but I know different now. I know now what it really was, but then I don't know how to explain how I felt. Outer body experience wouldn't be a good way to explain it either, but I tell you, it's mind boggling. The experience of getting in that ring, that nobody exists but you, the opponent, and the referee. And it's like but what it is a state of meditation, is what it is. A state of your subconscious mind. My subconscious mind was completely in charge, and getting in the ring so many times, I became conscious of it with my conscious mind. I became conscious of this other consciousness coming in and taking over, and me stepping to the sideline. And about a little over 5 years ago, I started my spiritual journey. And then I was able to put all the pieces together. And now I can call on that consciousness at will. When I meditate, I don't have to clear my mind and calm down. I do relax. I instantly relax. I know how to stay relaxed, because in the ring, that's how you fight. Relax. You can't be tensed up fighting. You have to be totally relaxed and fluid. So, I instantly know how to go to being relaxed, and I can just jump right into that state of meditation instantly at will, and I have gotten myself out of a lot of tight situations just because I'm able to just step out of the way and let that take over. And being with my experiences is what gave me, because if it wasn't for those experiences, I would have never been able to do this so easily. It would have never came so quickly. I would have had to put in a lot more work, but I guess I did put in the work a different way though. Years and years of training, physically and mentally and spiritually. I just didn't know it was spiritual training at the time. But I guess I said all of that to say I want to give that to everybody else. I want everybody else to be able to feel what it's like to call on this consciousness and really have a bond with it. And I think that's really experiencing life when you can do that. And I figured the best way to do that, there's no way I can explain to you how this is done, but I know ways of preparing your mind and training your mind to get in touch with your higher self and be able to call on this at will. It gets to the point you don't even need spells or rituals, which I have nothing against rituals. I actually still do rituals sometimes, but for certain reasons, not because I can't make it happen myself. Because when you get to a level where you can reach out and touch that consciousness at any time and let it step in and take control of the situation, and you can just step on the side, because that's exactly how it was in a fight. And you want to check out my blog, I put my very first fight back there in 96, 97, I think. It was before mixed martial arts was popular. We pioneered it. My very first fight was against Jeremy Horn. That's the fight I put on my blog. He had 150 fights at the time. That was my first fight. Took it on that night's notice. On the video, they say I took it on 2 weeks' notice, but I took it that night. I went there to spectate, and I ended up fighting. That was fun. But like I say, the next few videos, I'm going to come back and I'm going to have meditations, certain exercises to do to tap into that, to get on a level where you can be close to that other consciousness you have. A lot of people are not even aware that they have it, but you do have another conscious, your subconscious. It can come to the top. It can take over and do whatever you need it to do. It wants to. It wants to bond with you. But we're so concerned with the outside world, with rent and cars and having the nicest car and focusing on material things, when the true wealth is on the inside. That's where we should seek, not material wealth. You can have material wealth when you want it. You think about it, you bring it here. That's nothing. The true wealth is the goal on the inside. That's what we should seek. So that's going to be the aim for the next few videos. I want to aim at giving you ways to train your conscious mind to get out of the way and allow your subconscious mind to come through. And maybe one day you'll be able to just communicate with it. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. So I would do that on this video. I would start on this video, but YouTube don't give me a lot of time. I just started this channel off and trying to get it going. So, the more support, the better. So if you like the kind of stuff I'm giving you, support it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video. Share the video. Tell a friend. Or whatever. And I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'll have the next video out maybe within the next day or so. And that's it. Life, love, prosperity, health to you all. Thanks for joining me.